Alpha Splinter, and he had double HP, so it was kind of funny. And we're off. I think they did restart. I don't remember for sure though.
I say there's so many races that I just can't keep counts of what's going on.
So anyway, we have the first trick called Space Jump First, which is very useful because even though it's out of logic, it opens up 3 items. Three items. Well, I'll say 2 more items.
Well, I remember.
Go ahead.
I actually remember trying to get up back here on the original game. It's not easy.
Doing the dash?
Yeah, as I said, I haven't. It was way back then, and the first item pickup is missiles.
Yeah, it's good to have missiles there. Or what's like the second best item to get there first? First best is more quality than missiles behind the ship. Because that would open up even more checks.
Yeah, the vanilla item right there is a space jump.
Yeah. But they're probably going to be getting that pretty early in the run. It's pretty common to find that early in Rando.
Well, they're both going to the artifacts area to find out where all the artifacts are at.
And get their first item, which is Morphoth, so good that we found missiles there. So now we're going to be scanning our hints. 6 artifacts for this seed. And we'll see if any one of our runners decide to read them right away after scanning them.
Okay, Derk scanned 4 now. 5.
It sounds like you're behind. You might want to refresh.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, and Sal's speeding it, writing them down. I missed the first few, but we have Crossway. Drawn to shorelines.
They got more ball bombs.
Root cave. Oh, nice. Perfect. Fiery shores. And Fungal Hall B. Ugh. That's gonna... that could be a challenge. Well, we're up for that challenge. I missed what the first hit was. If anyone in chat caught it, please let me know. So, Derk is checking for your crash site, finds a power bomb expansion. Probably gonna go back to that later. Or not. A scan dash to get it. There's a couple other ways you can get that item. You can do a slope jump with space jump or without it. One without it's a little finicky, but both fairly useful. And Sal is electing to save crash site for later, and is heading for presumably Transport Tunnel B. Yep.
Hope you didn't hide all the power bombs. 8OP.
Yeah, they won't. I mean, technically, they only need 1, but the drop system is very unforgiving, so they could have trouble farming for it. And Ice Beam at Transport Tunnel B.
That's nice.
Yeah, so not immediately useful, but it'll come into play later when they get further into Chozo.
And dealing with Hunter and Metroids.
Yeah, for sure.
Still amazes me how the phase-on affected the Metroids like that.
Yeah. I haven't actually read the lore about that. I've always like skimmed through it. I should probably actually read it someday.
If I remember correctly, with one of the logs that's on the wall that the Chozos were talking about a prophecy for Samus.
What was the prophecy?
I don't remember exactly. As I said, I haven't played the game in a very long time.
Um, so in Main Plaza, I couldn't tell it was on Grapple Edge. Um, Missile, maybe?
We'll
Like a
see.
missile on Derk's side. How that looks. Oh, that's. Looks like flamethrower. Luckily,
It
Sal
is
can get out.
flamethrower.
Yeah. Yeah, since they have more ball they can get out, I was getting my seats mixed up again, thinking that they didn't have it. So I've seen a lot of people try to dash out of here without one ball. Anyway, gonna be hearing boss music for a little while until they reach a room where the music changes or trigger like a save point or something.
Well, Sal's fighting them, and Derek just left the room.
Yeah, Sal wasn't able to make it over to the item without triggering the fight, so he has to finish the fight in order for that wall to lower down so he can get the item. And then he'll be able to roll out through that morphball hole because there's an invisible wall blocking it until you kill this boss. Otherwise, you would just, space jump over it. Or
Derek's checking where the artifact locations are.
okay, shorelines. Oh, shorelines might have been the first one.
Crossway, Root Cave, Fiery Shores.
Yeah.
Fiery Shores.
Shorelines. Yeah, Fiery Shores is powerbomb locked, and well, one of the Fiery Shores items are powerbomb locked, and one of the Shorelines items are plasma locked, and one is super locked. So, depending on which one it is, you could need one or the other or both items. Plasma's definitely going to be required, but supers may not. So in nursery.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's the what Dirk just did is a scan dash to skip
Well,
a.
I was looking at chat from Nemo Ocean. So, fun fact: according to the Metroid comics, Phazon was originally the goo that comes from the Metroid decomposing after death.
Interesting.
That I never knew.
Just a missling ball. Uh-oh. Sal having trouble with the dash to skip Hive Mecha. He touches the bridge that triggers the fight. Ooh, and he did. That's unfortunate. There is a way to get out of there. You can dash out to the side that he came in through, but it's risky without any E-tanks. and without space jump, so
Well,
he's just gonna finish the fight.
they have one E-Tank.
Oh yeah. Sal might not be comfortable with the dash to get out, because if you dash out and reload the room, that boss will be gone, and you'll never have to worry about him again.
I never knew that.
Yeah, Dirk got the dash to skip it a little earlier.
There's our second E-Tank.
Very nice. Very important early on, because
Who knows that if you need to lava die, not wrong Metro game.
yeah.
Fire
Well,
dive.
well, we do have hell runs, which are called like VMRs in this game, various magma runs, and you need at least like 5 to 7 E-tanks to get through the first half of magma that's heated. Okay, so looking at Watery Hall, they're collecting not to check underwater. Oh no, never mind.
So he fell down.
Okay.
We got missiles.
And now we're triggering the cutscene for.
And visor.
It's a little concerning. That could mean that we might find gravity soon, which would put Frigate into logic. Or Thardis later. But we'll see. Just a missile underwater. We'll need to go back there.
And wastes a lot more energy to get back out.
Yeah, you need it. I mean, you can survive it with one if you get the slope jump on the first 2 or 3 tries. Otherwise, it's going to have more energy.
Mm-hmm.
A double bomb jump to check this item up here. Just a missile. So he's going to leave it. Yeah, you're not going to be seeing our runners go too far to away from missiles as the game goes on, because you don't really need that many for the end of the game. You just need enough to kind of, make combat and getting through areas a little more easy without running out. Dirk fighting Zoid. There's 2 items, one behind him and one after you kill him.
Where in the original game it should be the charge beam, wasn't it?
Charge beam was at Watery Hall. This boss initially had more ball bombs.
Sorry,
Oh,
you keep playing that. I haven't played the game in a long time. Would do that to you?
Oh, you're fine. By the way, we call Incinerator Drone Zoid because that was the nickname of the developer who designed it, and they're known for developing the randomness of the fight, and the randomness is basically however long it takes for that red eye to pop up. And the sign of a good Zoid fight is if you get the final red eye before the music loops, it's considered good. And if it ends as the music starts to loop, it's an okay fight. if it takes longer to that fight. Let's see what this one has.
Suits.
Varia. Okay, so that's Magmar access.
And Sal's heading in the same direction, I believe. Or
Yeah.
trying to.
Yeah, Varia gives them Magmar access, although they might still keep going past Furnace because Wave could be in all the Elders. I've gotten it there. It's been known to happen. Sal just a few minutes behind, starting his sword fight. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Unless they find Space Jump here, it's not worth going forward because a lot of the stuff requires Space Jump, at least logically. And just a missile in Lower Furnace. So Derk is probably going to head back for Magmar, possibly fighting Flogger along the way.
Well, if you're considering that his options at the moment, so that's probably a good idea to do.
Yeah. He's got the option to fight Flogger now, in case Flogger has Space Jump. Or he can wait until later when he gets Spider and or Supers and do the Ghost fight after Flogger, which normally requires Spider and Supers, but if you have Spider, you can go fight Flagra and then roll down the Spider track, roll back up, and then fight the Ghosts. And Dirk is saving, so it looks like he might be headed that way.
That's basically 2 items right there.
Yeah. There is a way to get back up to the Ghosts. Yeah, he's fighting Flagra. To get back up to the Ghosts without Spider Ball, but it's a any percent trick where you infinite bomb jump at a certain angle as you're falling down the shaft, and it's kind of an advanced trick for me anyway. So
I've seen people do the trick.
Yeah.
They make it look easy.
Oh yeah, I'm very jealous of those people. Not all runners are comfortable with it. Excuse me. Flogger has nothing, and Sal decides to skip it, then Sal could pull ahead.
I'm actually surprised that doesn't Dirk know how to do the bomb jump to get past the gate?
Yeah, it's a little trickier than it looks.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen a lot of people fail that trick.
Yeah, personally, I've sat there practicing it for tens of minutes at a time, and
Door?
it takes me a while. Yeah, the reason the doors take a while to open sometimes is because it's a cleverly disguised loading time. So the rooms are loading when it does that.
One thing I when I first saw people skipping, hitting the panels back down, or was it up? I don't remember. That I never knew that I could hit the. Um, I could hit the go. Instead going into the tunnel with the waterfall, you could just jump over to and hit it.
Yeah, you can space jump over to the bomb slots, or you can scan dash over to them if you know the trick, and it speeds up the fight considerably. Although it could be risky depending on your amount of health and how comfortable you are with it. So I'd be better to play it safe sometimes.
Yeah.
And without space jump, the scan dashes are even a little trickier than the space jumps. So not really surprised to see this.
Well, the fight's over.
Almost. I think he has one more hit.
Oh yeah. Forgot that the player likes to play possum at times.
It's one of the more annoying attacks because it leaves some grass on the ground that you can get stuck in if it falls on you. And it's really hard to get out. And it like drains, does damage as you're standing in there. And Flobber's dead.
So I was aiming up to the Flogger fight by the looks of it.
Oh, well, yeah, it's kind of worth it. It's Ice Spreader. It'll make the Exo fight a little bit faster. But it's probably not what Durko's hoping to find there.
Yeah. And Sal's doing the bomb jump skip.
Yeah. And he gets it.
First try.
Yeah. And Dirk electing not to do the infinite bomb jump. May not know it. It's understandable. They're taking a safety save. Very smart decision.
It's better safe than sorry.
Yeah. A lot of runners have been known to not save for a while and then die late into the run and then forfeit because they hadn't saved. And there's no way they could catch up because they lost too much progress. So it's always good to safety save. We have Grapple at Lava Lake.
That's actually a nice find right there.
Well, to find Grapple there, I think Space Jump has to put it in logic, so that could mean that Space Jump is nearby. Looks like... Oh, thought there was... trouble scan dashing over there. You don't really need to scan dash. You can just like regular jump up there because there's some standable terrain on that rock that you can like jump on it, land, and then jump up again, and you can get up there. Dirk may not know that you can wiggle out of those triclopses. Yeah,
I never knew that either.
Yeah, you can wiggle out of them, and they won't like take you all the way over to where you rolled in. Because those things used to really annoy me until I found that out. It's a whistling storage cavern.
You know, I'm curious. What is flag? What kind of plans flag are supposed to be?
What's that?
So, what kind of plans flag are supposed to be? A Guinness 5 fly trap?
I don't know. It's a good question. I'll have to look that up. Some kind of flower. See, Dirk wants that E-tag. It's gonna have to double bomb jump out. Hopefully he makes it. And he does, okay. Yeah, if you fall in the lava without gravity, then yeah, it's pretty tricky to get out. It's likely a death, likely to end in death.
The Sal skips going back up.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of a advanced trick, so these runners may not know that.
Okay, let's see what we have at the workstation. Is this the workstation or is it another place?
Workstation is at the end of Magmore. It's where the elevators to Phazon Mines and the back of Phazon Mines and the back of Ventrana are. And they need Wave and Spider to get there currently, so they can't go there yet. At least not through Magmore yet. They may find Wave and Ventrana just coming up. I think this room is called Monitor Station. There's space jump. Yeah, Dirk, go back. Go back. Go back. There's 2 more items. Go back. Yeah. There you go. Mustache. Probably going back to that E-tank you saw at Fiery Shores.
I'm surprised that they're not deciding to grapple so he doesn't take The fire damage, the lava damage.
Well, that Magmor right there can hijack your lock on. You're trying to lock onto the grapple point. Samus will sometimes lock onto the Magmor instead, and that can throw you off.
True.
Derk not checking Warrior Shrine. It's interesting. They might be. Oh, they need a power bomb. Okay, so might be going back to the ship to get one, and then we'll come back. Because as I said, the power bomb drop system in this game is very unforgiving. Uh, there's only a few rooms in the game that guarantee power bomb drops. Otherwise, it's they're few and far between. Kind of like in Super Metroid, it's room dependent and enemy dependent in some places. Otherwise, the drop rate is fairly low in most rooms. And Dirt going for Root Cave.
Hey, where did Dirk pick up the space jump?
Space Jump was Transport Tunnel A. It was when he was doing the series of bomb jumps to get up, get the item up top. And Dirk has.
Here's our first artifact.
Yeah, and now Dirk is going out of bounds to get this Arbor Chamber item, which normally requires plasma. But he's going to jump out of bounds, jump over and around to get inside and get the item, and the door is a regular blue door on the other side. So that's how you get out. It looks like Dirk's bailing for now. Doesn't want to waste too much time failing that. It could be nothing in there.
Or it could be something and who had to come back to get it.
Yeah.
It would be rude if the X-ray was right there.
Yeah, well, they would need X-ray to get up there, so X-ray can't be.
Oh yeah, since the floors is invisible.
Yeah. Yeah, and they still exist without X-ray. You just have to shoot them to
Know where they are at.
Yeah, see the bullets ricochet, or you just memorize where they are. Now it looks like Dirk is going to climb the frigate crash site and check the back of Chozo. This is a sequence break. Using standable terrain. You're not normally supposed to get up here, but these are one of the unintended quote-unquote glitches of the game. Very useful. Sal gets his space jump and is heading into Vendrana, so we have a route divergence. I'd say both are equally valid plays. It's just a question of which one will pay off for which runner.
I'll be right back. ADLV, I gotta do something.
Oh. Shorelines. To get the items here, you need either plasma for the bottom right here, or yeah, we need plasma for that artifact. And for the lighthouse, you need supers and spider ball. So can't get those items right away. We can do some checks though for some intel. Sal can check ice ruins east, the spider track item, and the plasma lock item in there. If there's nothing there, then he won't need to go back later, so it's good to know either way. Meanwhile, Derk is fighting the first Chilzo Ghosts in Hall of the Elders, hopefully to find Wave in the ice slot item. Or the ice slot room, rather. Still slip there. So you can get a look at what was on the lighthouse. If anyone in chat saw it, let me know. And just a miss on all the elders, so fortunately Dirk's gonna have to backtrack. So Findrana was probably the right way to go this time. Although Wave can't be vanilla, so Sal's not going to be able to get this item if it's required. Didn't look like a missile, so it looks like something he might be going back for later. And Dirk checking Crossway to get his second artifact. Their second artifact, rather. Sequence breaking, skipping the need for Boost Ball and Spider Ball. Having a little trouble getting in that little space. It helps if you like start your second jump when your eyesight is kind of lined up with the alcove. I hope I explained that right. Otherwise, you'll fall down. It looks like Dirk is bailing on that for now. Probably hoping to find the required items to do it the vanilla way. Or the intended way. Sal has one more check in Findrana before you'll have to turn back around, which is Findrana Canyon. Oh, I never thought of jumping up there from there. That was just R jumped over. Learn something new every day with this game. That? Okay. That might be Wave. Shiga, so he won't get bullied on the way over there. Continue on into labs. Actually, I'm not even sure labs is in logic. Yeah, there is one more item before we get there that's at Ruin Courtyard. So boost or supers could be there, putting labs into logic. Otherwise, they would have logically had to backtrack for something else like boost or supers and then go back there. But if the runners know the observatory scan dash, then they'll be able to circumvent that. Or bypass that. I'm not sure if I used the right word there. Anyway. Now that Sal has wave, going back to get that item that we saw in Chapel of the Elders. It gets Wave Buster. It looks like Dirk has all 3 non-super beam combos. I wonder if supers will be required this seed. That is Spider Ball. Okay. Looks like Sal may not know that it's easier to hit Sheegoth if you free aim at its mouth, a little towards the side, while it's shooting its ice breath, and that I think that's the any percent strat to kill it. Another way you can kill it is laying bombs underneath it, or a power bomb if you have one. And she goes down. Meanwhile, looks like Dirk is trying to check, what do you call it, Warrior Shrine and Upper Fiery Shores. And we have Phazon's. Wow. Okay. So that's one half of the 2 items that tend to troll runners the most late game. Because you need Phazon suit for the final fight and Plasma to get in the door for those final fights. It's always the hunt for Phazon or Plasma that tends to make or break a race. Well, usually, not always. So it's nice to have one or both of those early. Unfortunately, Sal's gonna have to backtrack for that. Hopefully he remembers. and just an E-tank. So, yeah. Labs seems to be out of logic, but Sal's probably going for it anyway. Yeah, he's going. Or not. Hopefully he goes back. He checks fire. Excuse me. Warrior Shrine on his way out. See if Dirk decides to clear out labs after getting Spider Ball. Sal's gonna be happy backed out in just a minute. And he gets his face on. A little hard to say who's in the lead right now. Sal is missing. Well, Dirk has 2 artifacts, Sal doesn't. Sal has Spider Ball, and Dirk is just about ready to get it. We'll see how these route divergences play off. So Dirk goes into labs. Actually, I've forgotten where all the artifacts were, so there may be a need to go in there anyway.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Just had to get our other race that's going on SG main off and going.
Which one's that?
Metroid Randomizer.
Oh, another one. Yeah, there is. There's one at 9. I forgot about that. Yeah, the weekends have been packed for this tournament. So if you miss any, like, there'll be a lot to catch up on.
Okay, where did Dirk find the face on is that? And looked like we found the Spider Ball.
Yeah, Phazon was at Warrior Shrine. Dirk found it first before heading into Findrana, and Sal got it on his way out. It's like Sal might be headed for a workstation. Can't tell which direction he's going at the moment. Yeah, workstation. And looks like Dirk was electing to back out of Findrana, but maybe he's decided to keep going forward, or maybe they're just checking Ice Winds East.
Do you think that they're probably gonna check speed? They're gonna check his speed boost location.
Boost Ball, yeah, that was Findrana Canyon. That was That was Wade Beam.
Ah. All that's missing is plasma and what else? And the artifacts.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think supers are required for anything. Unless plasma is locked behind supers. So
It's
it could be close to go mode.
yeah.
And I didn't see what was in workstation, but Sal's getting it, so we'll see what that is in a minute. Oh, it's X-ray visor. Okay, having both visors really helps out with the final boss fight essence, because without visors, you would have to either wait out some of the phases or track its movements with your scan visor and try to hit it before it does the shockwave, and it's pretty tricky. So it's always nice to have both visors to, speed up the fight as much as possible.
Yeah, that's true.
Now Sal is headed into Farfendrana. Again, I've forgotten where the artifact locations were, so could be heading in there for that reason, and also looking for plasma. And he has grapple, so he may elect to skip Thardis after getting the quarantine monitor item. Although at this point, plasma could be on Thardis, so might be worth it to fight him.
Sal doesn't have a power bomb.
Yeah, so the Thardis fight's gonna be a little longer than it would be if he had them. He's got thermal, he's got bombs, he's got, plenty of missiles. So he should be fine. But there is a way to skip the thermal phase for Thardis by laying a bomb in its path as it rolls at you, which immediately reveals the weak point. Another quick way to get rid of those is to rapid fire missiles at it, which Sal just did, by holding up on the C stick and spamming the missile button.
I actually never knew you could do that.
Yeah, it's another unintended trick that was later patched out of later versions. I think it was. I know it's not in Trilogy because it's most controls. Although there still is a way to do it without the method of holding up the C stick and spamming the missiles. You can also alternate between the missile button and the power B button very fast to cancel out the animation where Samus's missile launcher is closing up, which allows her to, skip the cooldown and fire another missile. But that's the old method of doing it. playing Daredevil a little bit here. Oh, okay. Excellent. Oh, looks like Dirk is electing, or maybe Dirk is just saving for getting that item.
And derk is low on energy also.
Yeah. See if we go back for X-ray. Yeah.
Only one spot more left to go, and Stardust is done. Raw Golem is down. Raw Golem is down.
Let's see, what are we getting for our, what is our hard-earned item? Gravity.
Gravity.
Better than missile.
True. Question is would there is they're gonna go to fight the artist to get it?
I'm not sure if gravity is required for anything in this.
Damage reduction.
Yeah, that's true. It's always nice to have. Well, yeah, now Sal has 50% damage reduction as opposed to the 20 he had with 2 suits and the 10 he would have with 1 suit. Their X-ray. Sal checking Farfindra.
You know, it's possible that the plasma could be in the frigate.
Yeah. And the runners are probably hoping that's not the case. It's pretty far out of the way.
Yep.
And there's one item that's supers locked, and it's kind of hard to route back in later if you don't have supers the first time you're there. And that item is something you need. Oh, and there's Boost Ball and Frost Cave. That's fine. Now they can go fast.
And Dirk's not gonna find Stardust.
Yeah, which means if Dirk gets Boost Ball, they're gonna have a slightly harder time getting out of that water. They would need to slope jump to get out easily.
Do you think that their next move is gonna go to the phase on mines?
Most likely. Once they head out through the back elevator, it's right there in an elevator, like in the next room behind the ice door. Sal gets his first power bomb expansion up here.
There's a part. Oh, never mind. That was Blue's fault. Sorry, I just forget.
That's fine. Oh, Dirk got out pretty nicely. Looks like Sal doesn't know there's a grapple point up there on one of those stalactites.
There it is.
Yep. Not a lot of people know that. I didn't find it out until I saw someone do it a few months ago. Mine was blown.
Learn something new every day.
Yep, indeed. Okay, I didn't see what was in Gravity Chamber. Did anyone in chat catch that? Probably nothing. Although, I forgot, they could go into labs backwards and find plasma somewhere in there. See if Sal does that. Shooting those shriek. Yeah, that's why he was shooting those. They can really screw you over because the knockback on those are kind of ridiculous. Didn't see it. Okay. It was probably nothing if Sal didn't go for it. At least I think he did. I was looking at Dirk when he was there. Sal is doing reverse labs. There is one item that Sal may have to come back for in labs, which is Research Lab Hydra, which is super locked. So since he has X-ray, he can check that on his way out and know whether or not he needs to backtrack.
I wonder what the Mega Pirates is hiding. Probably an artifact.
I don't remember any artifacts being at elite quarters, so probably not.
Yeah, true.
And plasma can't be there because you need plasma to get down there. So
Beam combo.
Yeah, supers could be there. Hopefully they're not there, and hopefully they're not required if they are there.
that they will be in trouble.
Yeah, it's pretty far out of the way.
Derk and Sal is even on energy tanks. Oh, wait, never mind. The Derk has 5 tanks also.
Yeah. That's usually enough for most runners to feel comfortable beating the game. Probably not going to go out of their way for any more of those. Sal skipping the need for plasma with a control tower item. Could find supers here. Nope, just a missile. Let's see if he can skip the pirate fight in reverse. It's a little harder in reverse than normally. He has to jump over a fight trigger that's pretty weirdly shaped. Kind of just inch himself towards falling right beside that door, and he makes it. If he had walked into the trigger, he would have had to kill maybe like 6 to 8 pirates and would have taken forever.
Yep.
And it would have changed the layer in Monitor Station to flying pirates instead of puffers.
It's a little on top.
Yeah, Sal, don't kill those. Okay. Yeah, if you kill those pirates up top before coming down here for the door to lock, then you'll soft lock in here and have to go back and reload the room.
What if the plasma is over at the vanilla power bomb location?
It could be. Depends on when one of them gets there.
Isn't Sal closer to that area?
Where's Dirk?
He's in magma order.
I think Dirk is closer actually, because Dirk can climb Frigate Crash Site and go through the back of Chozo to Great Tree Hall, and then go to Light Grove that way.
Wait, no. Dirk is out in Talon now, not in magma order anymore.
Yeah, and if he wants to go to Light Grove, he would have to go back to Frigate Crash Site and climb up top again and get there that way. That's the fastest way to get there from where he is. But it looks like he's going back into the front of Chosen. Looks like Sal might be headed back for Chozo as well. Or Mines. Well, no, he's going back to the front. He was headed to Mines, he might have went out the back again. I can understand the runners wanting to put off Mines or save it for last because it's collectively one of our least favorite checks in the community, or least favorite areas to check. Checking Tower of Light first.
Missile.
Yeah. And up top, we'll see in a minute. Looks like he's doing the scan dashes to get up there without shooting missiles to get up there the intended way. Sal gets his first artifact. And just a
Missile.
missile up here. Okay.
A double missile.
The Tower of Light rarely has any progression, in my experience. Unless you choose not to check it, and then it, by luck, it'll end up being progression there. So it's good to check it if you can. I didn't see if Dirk checked the tree in X-ray. Did anyone in chat see that?
No, I didn't see.
Okay. First pass through, maybe. Well, if they don't go back for it, then it's probably nothing. Just a missile in the training chamber. Unfortunately, if Dirk wanted to check Sun Chamber Ghosts, he would need supers, but they would need supers in order to get back up there because there's vines blocking it in the way they got in the first time. So if they had held off on Flagra until after they got Spider, then they would have been able to make both checks in one go. Checking upper dynamo. Sal is not sure where Sal is headed, but doing some chisel cleanup nonetheless. Just a missile in upper furnace. Sal getting the wave buster. And checking the tree, which is that's annoying. It's like a missile. That's true. They didn't have wave their first time in Hall of the Elders, so probably worth checking now, which it looks like Dirk is going to do. Dirk also going back to probably to attempt the crossway again. Oh, I thought of jumping on that one.
Artifacts. Well, Derek found the artifacts.
Yeah, unfortunately, to do this, to get this the intended way, he would need supers. In addition to boosting spiders, so just doing it this way to get it. And they finally get it. So that's Dirk's third artifact. Now
Yeah.
we're headed into probably headed to Antechamber and then Life Proof. And on their way out, they can check Overgrown Cavern. Looks like Dirk already checked Antechamber. A missile was in there. Or maybe I did see it and just forgot. Now, Plasma is in Frigate, then Sal could pull ahead because Dirk still needs gravity for that.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, you can do gravity-less Frigate, but it's very hard.
Here's Derek's fourth artifact. And we're gonna find missile.
And supers.
Super missile.
Okay, so if Plasma is locked by those, at least they have them now. If it's in biohazard containment, they're just going to want gravity for that, unless they can do gravity-less Frigate in reverse.
And here's another pack of missiles.
Yeah. Looks like, yeah, supers is marked. It's just sometimes the tracker lags a bit.
Yeah.
Talking about
It takes with a tracker, ISG tracker, it takes like 2 or 3 times for you by clicking it for it to activate.
Yeah, sometimes it'll eat your inputs too. They should show up pretty soon. Dirk attempting bar skip to, to get into either mines or gravity-less Frigate. This trick can, okay.
And he's through.
Yeah, that trick can take a while to pull off, depending on like how precise you are with it. But it's one of those infamous tricks that people spend minutes trying to get, and usually takes people a lot of tries to get that. So, we have our first dip in the mines. And all we're looking for is one item. Hopefully it's here. It can only be in upper mines, though, because you start beyond Metro Quarantine A. You would need plasma to go any further.
So, Omega Pirates is into the chance to get to.
Well, they're not likely going to fight Omega Pirate unless there's some artifacts and lower mines that I missed. But plasma can't be down there because you need plasma to get to lower mines.
Okay.
So luckily they won't have to spend too much time in mines. If it's not here. Instead of killing those turrets, you can also just scan little scan posts beside them and turn them off. It's easy to miss, though. That's the scan point I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Now in Elite Research, let's see if it's in here. Looks like they missed the AI manip. You can manipulate the Elite Pirate's AI by staying out of its line of sight before it attacks you and circling around it, rapid firing missiles, and as long as you keep circling around it, it'll keep trying to turn to face you before it attacks you, and you can kill it before it gets the chance to attack you and go into invincibility frames and all that stuff. Actually, just a missile there. See what the top item is. No, plasma can't be vanilla because in tournament settings we disable point of no return locations, which could be locations that you can't check without needing a certain item to get out. And even the ones that you can peek at have been disabled, so that means beams can't be vanilla. Like if you need a certain item to get out of a room, that item is not going to be in that room. The seed is going fine. It was fairly fast until they got down to the hunt for the go mode item, which is, in this case is plasma.
Yep.
So the hunt for that could make or break the race.
I had to guess that it could be the sunroom blocked by the ghost.
Yeah, they could be there too. Which Derk has supers for, so if it's there, Derk could end up winning.
And so I'll just pick up another power bomb pack underwater. Well, this seed is not Diggle's seed. It's AWP seed.
Yeah, I rolled this for a change, so you can blame me for this.
Hello, Missile Pack.
I'll take full responsibility for plasma being in like a disgusting location. Which remains to be seen.
Look like Sal's in frigates.
Yeah, hopefully plasma is not in biohazard containment. Because Sal's gonna need supers for that.
Oh wow.
They're having a bit of bad luck farming for some health. These pirates should drop something.
Speaking of health,
Well, by some I mean a little. Missile and cargo freight left.
here's no, that's just a lily pirate.
Yeah, the regular elite pirates have less HP, so even though Derk kind of missed the AI manip, he was still able to kill it before it attacked them. Yeah.
Insane.
It's probably happy. They're probably happy to find that health refill there. So,
Always having a poor health.
now Dirk is headed out of mines, probably to frigate next, or probably looking for gravity to go into frigate. Yeah, it feels
Yeah, I
like
mean,
they both covered all the areas, at least
yeah,
most of them.
we both know where gravity's at, so too bad Dirk doesn't.
Yeah. I looks like Sal is past biohazard. Did anyone in chat see what that was? If Sal peeked it with X-ray?
What's MQA?
Metroid Quarantine. That's
Oh,
the
oh,
final. That's the final room you can check before needing plasma to go any further. So plasma could be there.
yeah.
Dirk skipped it. Oh, and we had power bombs and hydro access tunnel. Main power bombs. So uh, yeah, your guess is as good as mine where plasma is at this point. To take a wild guess, I would say Sun Chamber Ghost or
I think
Biohazard Containment, because I didn't see what Sal saw in there if he looked.
I I did guess that it could be possible. Sun Chamber Ghost.
Yeah, where else? Hmm. Can't think of many other places.
About Super
Excuse
Long.
me. Yeah, I can't think of many other places besides that.
Artists had the gravity suits.
Yeah. Yeah, they're kind of running out of places to check. So hopefully we'll find it soon.
Nope, never mind. Thought Dirk was gonna go to Thardis to get his gravity.
Yeah. Trying to think where else hasn't been checked. Yeah, all I could think of is ghosts. Either ghosts, vent shaft,
Power bomb, no,
central dynamo.
vanilla power bomb location.
Yeah, Sal just got his supers. Looks like Dirk might be headed for Research Lab Hydra. They could be there. There's probably nothing in biohazard containment since Sal. Oh, wait a minute. Or Sal going back to Frigate? Sal going to mines. Oh, Sal's going to mines. Okay. So yeah, there was probably nothing in biohazard. If Sal has X-ray, I'm pretty sure Sal checked in there. see if Dirk gets the reverse pirate fight skip. Oh, yeah. They walked off, and unfortunately, you can't control where you fall when you walk off ledges, so they slipped into the fight trigger. It's better if you look down sideways and kind of inch your way over by jumping and landing down, kind of like what Sal did. Don't kill them. Oh no. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to kill them or let's see how this plays out.
Where's Sal at?
Sal is in I forget what that room name is, but he's headed towards ore processing. Okay, Dirk's fine. Sal being a horrible person and shooting Ivan, who didn't do anything to him. He was just standing there chilling and... Wait, wasn't it? Oh, just this one. He was just standing there chilling, minding his own business, and just kills him.
This is space pirates, so they're evil.
Yeah, he wasn't actually doing anything. He could have redeemed himself. Okay. Basically, that pirate just stands still there because Sal hasn't walked into the trigger that activates that pirate.
Is it really the leader of the space pirates?
I think so. It's either Ridley or Mother Brain. I'm not sure.
No.
I could be wrong. Somebody in chat will correct me.
Well, from the comics, Mother Brain was created by the Chozos to control the Metroids.
Oh, okay.
But the Chozo never actually explained what the Metroids were used for.
I didn't even know there were comics of Metroid. I wonder how a Metroid comic book movie would turn out.
It's not that great.
Yeah, I knew I'd get pushback on that. I'd still be curious to see something like that.
Could have done really better if they left out to the part that's in the comic that Samus is a drinker.
Oh, really?
Uh huh.
So they get deep with those, huh?
I'm not sure if any fun facts about the Metroid Prime Run. You know the start on the space station, right?
Sorry, which one?
At the start on when you start the game on the space station, Great is
Oh,
actually dead on the space station.
oh, interesting.
I scanned the body on the space station, and it says that is Kraid.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh. Another playthrough of that. Speaking of Craig was going to be in this game, but got cut out.
yeah. As I said, his body is on the space station dead.
Now, that might have been foreshadowing for when they were gonna put him in the game. It'd be nice if they put him in Prime 4.
Gray doesn't have much showing in the games, considering that he only appeared on the Metroid 1, Zero Mission, and Super Metroid. Not enough love for Grade. Oh, that's interesting information. Thanks, Brawler.
Yeah. That's true.
That's Sal's fourth artifact. Oh, wait, that was a power bomb, my bad.
Let's see if Sal goes up to Vent Shaft and Central Dynamo and if QA to check what's there. Looks like Sal's leaving. I don't think either one of them checked those rooms, so if it's there, they're gonna be mad when they find out. Okay, so Sal's going there. That's good.
Do the power bombs affect the TARDIS?
Yeah, yeah, you can. Oh, Sal's getting this item. What's this? Yeah, you can knock out multiple rocks with power bombs depending on where and when you lay them. That's plasma. In Vent Shaft. So,
Well, basically, Sal's in
Sal's
gold mode
yeah, he just needs to find his last three
artifacts.
artifacts. See if he checks them again. Oh, and he's continuing further in the mines. Maybe one of the artifacts are there.
I would double check my the artifacts locations.
Yeah. He might do that sooner or later. Dirk's gonna be mad when they find out where Plasma was because they were right there and they just passed right by it. Had boost and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if Dirk had got it on their first time there, like, I'm pretty sure Dirk would have won the race.
Containment area.
Yeah, Vinshaft had Plasma. I don't remember where the remaining artifacts are, but Sal is doing lower mines, so there's probably some in lower mines. See nothing in Faison mining tunnel.
Other than Metroids that need to learn how to play nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's artifact in Fungal Hall B, I think. That's most likely where Sal's headed. And Sal's probably gonna fight OP. Yeah, there it is. Because it will be quicker to fight OP at this point than to backtrack the way he came. Sal getting a missile refill before fighting Omega Pirate. And looks like Dirk is headed for a frigate.
And he's heading the wrong way.
No, that's the right way.
Oh. No, the wrong way to go to get plasma.
Well, he can go through Frigate to get to main quarry, which eventually leads to lower mines.
Oh,
So he's probably just using that. It's his their last option, so they're just checking whatever they can along the way, and by process of elimination, end up last locationing it in lower mines. And it looks like people in chat are bringing up a suggestion that the tracker have uh, the artifact hints on it somewhere, which could be helpful.
yeah.
Since it can be hard to remember where the locations are after a long time. Okay. Sal's doing right now is the AI manip on Omega Pirate. Works the same way it does with Elite Pirates. Circle around before it can face you. Destroy all the blue armor plates. And now it's gonna lay a power bomb, hopefully at the right time, to stop the pirate troopers from coming down, but it looks like he missed it, so they're gonna come down. Luckily,
And
he's just
they're
ice pirates, so he could quickly just freeze and shatter them. And now we're hopefully gonna see a one cycle with plasma by shooting 2 fully charged plasma shots, making sure to shoot your single shot away from him as you charge your second shot, or else it'll mess it up. Another way to do this is with super missiles. Looks like he didn't get the cycle, unfortunately. Normally it's best to ignore those troopers and just focus on Omega Pirate, because the time it takes to kill them is usually, you're gonna run out of time to damage Omega Pirate. So if you can, it's best to just ignore them to speed up the fight. Like
Interesting, that's that Omega Pirate had right there.
Yeah. That happens when you lay the power bomb in the wrong spot. It kind of convulses a little bit. Yeah, Derk is still missing Fungal Hoppy. They could have gotten it a lot earlier if they had just went up and checked vent shaft, but they passed by it their first time, so they're probably headed back that way now. they're about equal as far as items go, except plasma. And I would say Sal's probably gonna win this race unless something bad happens. In the end, it just seemed to come down to decisions, or possibly forgetting to make a certain decision. But it happens to the best of us. Sometimes you just forget things. Yeah. How you doing, Diggle? This time, I'll be taking the blame for what the runners are going through, since I rolled the seed.
Yeah, since there wasn't a permanent thing for the race.
Yeah, so
Unfortunately.
you're off the hook, Diggle.
There they go.
Well, Diggle did organize the tournament, so technically it's still a little bit his fault. So I'll blame him that much for that. If he hadn't organized the tournament, I wouldn't have rolled the seed.
I'd like to see Bash the seeds one of these days.
Oh, he rolls terrible seeds. I remember one Echo CD roll for the Echoes tournament, which started me and my opponent in Inghive, Hive Save Station, which it was tough getting out. I'll just put it that way.
Is it as bad as the Diggle seed?
Uh, Probably on par, if not worse, in that case.
Speaking of Echoes, I actually never beaten the game.
Yeah, if you want to try out the Rando, it's worth want to play through just to get to know the game.
I haven't actually beaten the game. That's the only one only Metroid game I had never beaten.
Any particular reason, or you just never got around to it?
The mechanical boss in Sky Temple, I believe.
Uh, Mechanical ball. Oh, you mean Sanctuary Fortress, Quadrax?
I don't remember. It's been way too long.
Oh,
Look like Dirk is finally gonna get his plasma.
probably kicking themselves for not checking that sooner.
Wait, was it a boss that I tried to get through? It wasn't the Dark Road. Forgot what the place, but it's
The boss you were talking about?
huh?
What's in Dark World?
Yeah, it was in Dark Road when I was couldn't get past. So I think it was a boss, but I don't remember.
Oh. If it was a mechanical boss, I'm thinking probably Quadraxis.
It was in the circle shaft that was in the middle of the room. I think I don't remember.
It's like a mechanical spider.
I think. Well,
Or it might have been Caretaker.
no, Sal picks up another artifact, so he should be on his fifth one, I believe.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, it might have been. Oh no, Caretaker Drone is Light World, so it's probably the one.
Yeah, I believe I saw Sal pick up a artifact. So yeah, it was in the Fendrano Rift. It was blocked in ice that Sal picked up.
Oh, okay. So he's probably headed back there now. Oh no, he just got it. I missed it. My bad.
Okay. Sorry.
I forget what the last artifact is. Guess we'll see what it is in a minute.
You know, it actually makes me wonder how did the pirates know that the barrier was going down that was blocking the Metroids?
Um, saw it. I guess.
They just glance at the um, barrier and they just ran off.
I missed it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So Sal has his 6th artifact, and now he's headed to Ridley.
2 hours, 4 minutes, or 5 minutes. We are officially in go mode.
Yeah.
What do you mean, Diggle? I never watched JoJo, so I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that either. Dirk did attempt the Arbor Chamber out of bounds, but I don't remember if they succeeded at it or not. Because I think I looked away.
I would say something I probably wouldn't know because I was setting up the 9 p.m. race. They really just phased through the wall right there
Through what?
to the
Oh,
mountain.
maybe. The graphics are weird. Sal's attempting a flyby skip. Doesn't quite get it, but alternatively, he can boost into Ridley's chest and immediately put him in his final phase by by way of an unintended trick. Ridley is not supposed to be vulnerable to this ball, but for some reason he is, and it does 50,000 damage per frame, which would kill him if his damage wasn't capped. So he's in his final phase, and now Sal's attempting to snipe Ridley before he dashes at him. Some unfortunate RNG. Sometimes Ridley just keeps roaring at you, which allows you to damage him. Sometimes he does this. And gets an invincibility glitch.
RNG guys gotta learn how to play nice.
The reason Sal's having trouble shooting Ridley in the mouth is because in this version, Ridley's hand blocks his mouth. And that's how you're supposed to do it, but they patched that in later versions. But nevertheless, Ridley is down. And we're headed into final bosses.
You know, AWP, what makes me really curious is how the heck does really keep on coming back? Did he really clone himself?
I don't know. I haven't looked into the lore of that.
Considering how many games that really is in.
I mean, they could be clones. They could be code names for various Ridley-type pirates, I guess. I don't know.
There's Ridley and there's Meta Ridley.
There's
Wonder how did.
Yeah, there's Mecha Ridley. There's the Ridley clone Infusion. There's
Well, considering that the X became Ridley.
well, Diggle has a good point. Ridley sustains himself with the power of marketability, because when money talks, BS walks. So, I guess that's the real reason. Yeah, within the lore, I would guess maybe cloning. But I don't know. I'm sure Metroid lore aficionado could correct me on whatever I get wrong.
Yeah, it sounds finally in the I can't talk.
Neither can I.
Impact Crater. Final stretch.
And now we're at Exo, the second to last boss of the game. Has 4 sub-chambers, each one where it you shoot it with the corresponding beam colors. Each sub-chamber adds an additional beam to the equation. And Sal using the flamethrower, which for some reason works in the power phase of Exo. Nice little meme.
I never knew that.
Yeah. It's one of those new things you learn every day.
I always go with the color that the Metroid Private is.
Yeah, that's the only other beam combo that works on the power phase besides supers, because I guess they just forgot to change that before releasing it. But otherwise, yeah. Power beam for the yellow, purple for wave, ice, and then plasma. Sal does have all 4 beam combos, so he might not use Wave Buster because Wave Buster is really expensive. But Super Missiles and Ice Spreader, in my opinion, are the best combos for EXO.
Well, right now, Sal only has 44 missiles left, so I'm not sure how many, but he's gonna use some.
Yeah, Ice Spreader uses 10 missiles and Supers use 5. And the other 2 are very expensive. I don't know the exact number or the exact rate, but yeah.
Hey, it's Confusion. That was really to remain. I thought he really was put on ice.
I don't know. Oh, I see. So having a little dolphin hiccup, which happens. Oh, the tracker's trolling you. What are you trying to click? Oh, we're good now? Okay. Yeah, tracker does that.
It probably was trolling him on the artifact.
Oh. It's like there might be having some connection issues. Okay, now we're good. Well, sort of.
It's probably Derek's probably the problem is probably on his end, not on ours.
Yeah.
Well, phase 1 of Metroid Prime is that finish for Sal.
Sal's giving us the music. Or not.
Let me see if I can refresh it on his on our end for him if that fixes it.
Then I mean, Sal's feed is fine. Probably on Derk's end.
Okay, it did fix it.
Sal is doing attack cancels to oh, and he just got boosted. Yeah, Sal's doing attack cancels to cancel Essence's scripted attacks to get it to lay a pool as fast as possible, and shooting those shots in a rhythm prolongs the pool for as long as possible to maximize the damage. And then on Essence's final cycle, he's probably going to start doing pool cancels by stepping in and out of the pool to do even more damage.
You know, with never mind. I actually lost what I was gonna say.
Should only take maybe 2 more cycles. Meanwhile, derk is on Ridley. Seems to be getting similar RNG, but he's getting the snipes, so handled that a little bit better. And Sal finishes in first place with an official time of 2:18:57. Get your GGs in chat for Sal. Meanwhile, derk is opting to finish the run. It's not too far behind.
Yeah, about 3 minutes at least.
Yeah. Hey Sal, how's it going?
GG, Sal.
Oh my god, my heart was pounding the whole last like half an hour.
Yeah.
Really running out of like, how is it that 3 races in a row, Plasma Beam was my go mode item?
I apologize. I rolled this.
No, it was in a very convenient place though, right on my way to get that last artifact.
Yeah.
Their last artifact.
Yeah, derk was there earlier than you, but decided not to check. It walked right past vent shaft where it was. So if they had gotten it, then
yeah. He would have had to turn around because since he didn't get it, I'm guessing he turned around, went back, and then saw it there later.
Yeah.
Yeah. They went back to check like a bunch of other, cleanup checks. Didn't find it. Eventually made their way back, and yeah.
He went to Thardis first, and he went towards the shaft.
Yeah, because oh man, when I thought Plasma Beam was gonna be in Sun Chamber again. I was really running out of checks. Going into deep mines, I was like, please don't let that be a thing again, please.
Yeah, I was a little worried about that for a while. Because you both checked it without Spider.
Derk just fell.
Yeah, derk just forfeited.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they got the bot, but if they did,
I'll get it shortly.
Okay.
Yeah, but they should get sent out when our tracker pushed the button.
Oh wow. Because like by the time I was heading to the ship, I was like, where is he? Is he on final bosses? And I'm like in between cutscenes on final bosses, I'm like doubled I'm just sitting man, I can't even talk.
Yeah, this is a pretty tense race.
That was pretty intense. Oh, in-game time exactly 2 hours. Solid. 59%. Whew. Yeah, it was that was something. Go mode plasma beam again. Like, are you kidding me? Like
Yeah, it's always either plasma or phasor.
I was getting really salty in Crossway when I kept failing the jump.
Yeah, I think it took
I'm
both
like-
of you. I think it took both of you several attempts to get that.
Yeah, because if I decided to ditch out and come get that, I would have had to come back with super missiles, which were very far away.
Yeah. Yeah, and we were thinking that it could have been locked by supers and Hydra or what's it? Biohazard.
Yeah, I'm
So I checked the tree, so we knew that nothing was there.
yeah, I'm really glad how early we found X-ray. So let me check all these things that were super locked.
Yeah.
Other things would. Yeah, I kind of delayed mines a little bit, which was fine because it's better to delay mines than go there and miss plasma beam at Sun Chamber again.
Yeah. Dirk is in chat. Dirk, did you get the invite?
I should have gotten a bot invite.
It should have been sent to. Okay, just give me a second. Let's see, go over here. Take it over here.
Oh. No, for a second I saw it was because with the way I set up my tracker, I go into a sequence break section. I like put on all these things that I can do that would, that would let me see a potential path I could break sequence and get something good. I had before I got Boost Ball, which was like, what a place for Boost Ball, honestly.
Where was that again? I forgot.
Oh, where was Boost Ball?
Boost Ball was underwater, I think.
Oh, it was before I went to.
Was it Gravity Chamber? No, it was what's the name?
Oh, Frost Cave.
Yeah, Frost Cave. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, before I got Boost Ball there, I had the chance or the opportunity to, when I first went to Fendrana, to go through labs and do like Observatory Dash, just skip the necessity of it. Thank goodness I decided not to. Well,
Oh, Dirk.
Oh my god.
Hey, Dirk.
Hey, Dirk. GG's.
Can't hear you. If you're I heard myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you probably wish you had checked vent shaft your first time in mine.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If you had checked that, then you probably would have
Yeah.
won this race.
Nah.
Yeah, there was-
The race would have been like 40 minutes shorter. That entire second trip to Pendrana was useless.
Did
Aside
you?
from aside from Gravity Suit, which gave me
Yeah.
min PBs, but I mean that wasn't really necessary, unfortunately.
No, not really.
I was a little worried though. When you got it. I was thinking biohazard.
Yeah, by the time
Yeah,
I was
like,
by the time I was heading to mines, I had, apart from frigate, I had a sparse few checks left in Magmore and Fendrana. I was like, oh god, please don't let it be over there.
Yeah.
When, did frigate, came up and see, I thought about going when I was in the back of Chosen. I thought about taking the one elevator that takes you directly to Great Tree Hall, but I was like, and because if there's nothing there, then I have to turn and go back. It's a wasted trip. So decided to do frigate instead, and then open the gate, and then do that after. Scoot my way through mines. Had a rough time. Had a bit of a rough time on a Mega Pirate.
Yeah, looks like you missed the trooper skip.
I missed the trooper skip both times. Missed the
Yeah.
one cycle. Well, one cycle is hard.
Yeah, it's easier if you ignore the troopers
Yeah, I
because
just
the time it takes to kill them, like it's
yeah.
gonna
Plus,
take up all your time.
yeah. Plus, at that point, I had all the suits, so I had the 50% damage reduction. I think I had like 8 or 9 E tanks. I was like, yeah, I'm good. Just keep jumping and avoiding them.
Yeah.
Whew. Wow. Yeah. What an adventure that was.
The fact that I had like I think I had maybe like 1 or 2 checks by the time I got plasma left. Aside from the checks that were plasma locked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of those I could have I wiped off the tracker right away because I was like, plasma's my go mode. It can't be here. Of course. There's no vanilla beams, so it couldn't be there. And yeah, the only checks I had left that could have potentially had plasma before I found it were deeper in mines or sun chamber. Basically. Where I had
Yeah.
where I
That's
had
really
one. Yeah, that was it, because the only check I had left in Fendrana when I was done there was the artifact. Which, you know, of course, it was plasma locked.
Yeah, and I think you guys found supers pretty late in the run, so I was a little worried about that.
Yeah.
Oh, it was at I forgot where supers were.
I forgot to.
Supers were in Life Grove.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oh, no, so right off the bat, when I went down to the bottom of Root Cave, I'm like, hey, what's going to be here? Maybe, you know, space jump or like an E-tank or a missile. Nope, straight up ice beam. I'm like, okay. All right, well, what do I do with this? And then I failed the Hive Mecha skip twice.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Well, once I like got the dash, but I didn't get enough distance, and the second time it didn't even dash, and I just landed on the trigger. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I think you might have needed to bend your dash a little bit in order to reach the.
Yeah, I think I just pressed B for too long the first time.
Yeah, it could be that too.
Didn't get my distance. Second time was just me being bad, straight up.
It happens.
Yeah, I was like this close to not fighting Thardis and doing back Fendrana without gravity. Oh, that would having to take the slow way through there, that would have cost me the race for sure. If I skipped him.
Yeah,
Now that I think about it.
Pretty tricky. Sorry, go ahead.
Now that I think about it, when I did bar skip and went to mines after getting supers, if I would have just checked ventilation shaft and not had forgot about it, the seed would have been over like a while ago.
You could have won that easy if you, because like I checked literally everything. 'Cause when I figured that Plasma Beam was go mode, I was very scared of missing it, so I started checking literally everything.
I checked like every corner that I could.
Yeah, by the
Aside
end,
from the check that was plasma, unfortunately.
yeah, the only checks that I had left that weren't plasma locked were plasma processing, sun chamber, and that's it. I think I checked everything else, or I at least looked at it.
Yeah, that's Rando.
Yeah.
You know, you just make gambles, and sometimes they pay off, sometimes they don't.
Yeah, that's all you can do is hope and pray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any last words before we wrap up?
Can my next seed please not have go mode plasma beam?
Yeah.
It's probably gonna happen again.
Oh yeah, probably. It's probably gonna be every race in the Swiss round.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Follow our runners and my co-commentator and our tracker.
Shout out to Romulus.
Yee.
And there are more matches coming up. Let me see. No. Today is Sunday. So we have Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern and Tuesday at 11:30 p.m. Eastern. So, and we might even have more matches because a couple of runners still haven't signed up for their races yet. So keep an eye out for all that. But
Yeah.
until next time, I've been off 82,
And I'm Curioso86.
and we'll see you next mission. Thanks for watching.
Later.